What's up friends, Chook here and welcome back to another Pokemon Go video. So about a couple of weeks ago, just after Pokemon Go released, I released a video on my channel about how to find every Pokestop and every gym in the world using the old Ingress maps, which Niantic, the company that developed Pokemon, their game before they made Pokemon Go. So it's just a way to find every Pokestop and every gym in your local area and basically everywhere in the world. So if you haven't seen that video yet and you're interested in that, I'll leave a link in the description. It's helped a lot of people out. A lot of people have told me it's helped them, but it's pretty common knowledge at this stage, a couple of weeks later, about nearly a month into the game's life cycle, that's pretty common knowledge. However, I have come across in the last day or two other websites that could be really, really useful in locating actually Pokemon in Pokemon Go. And we'll go through them both now. So the first one is called PokeVision and the other one is called PokeFind. Now, you may have heard of both of these already, maybe not. If you haven't, that's what this video is for. So basically a quick rundown on what both of them do is PokeVision will actually show you what Pokemon are spawned. I don't think it shows all of them, but it shows you what Pokemon are spawned around the area you choose. So you can, it's just on like Google Maps, for instance, you can just pin a point like at a park nearby or something, or even at your house, and then click scan, and it scans in that rough area. I'm not sure how wide, maybe like 500 meters or something, and it'll show you all the Pokemon in that area and how long they've got left until they despawn, which is super useful. It's kind of cheating because then you know what's there and you go, oh, I don't need that, I don't need to, whatever. Like, people go out for walks to find stuff. If you know that you don't particularly want anything, you don't have to go out. It's, whatever. Also, it tells you basically exactly where the Pokemon are. So it's really useful at the moment because of the 3-step glitch, and no one can really pinpoint a Pokemon at the moment because everything says it's 3 steps away. But so it's really useful now. But when the 3-step glitch gets fixed, I feel this is kind of cheating because, oh, okay, on my scanner there's a, I don't know, Charmander, right? And before, you would have to, walk around and get it up the list and everything and actually track it down. Now you just go to this PokeVision website, just ping your location. It goes, oh yeah, there it is. It's like 500 meters that way. And you just walk there. So it's good. And for particularly those rare Pokemon or whatever, and just to see how long Pokemon have got to spawn, left to spawn, oh shit, there's a Charmander around. Oh, he's only got 2 minutes. I better run there type thing. The other one is called PokeFind. And what this does, sorry, a bit of a camera, there we go, camera refocusing. What this does is it will give you a rough estimate, a fairly decent estimate on what your Pokemon will evolve to as far as CP. So, if you have a level 400 Slowpoke, for instance, which is what I have, 401 I think it is, and I was always curious, what is that going to turn into? You can go to this website, you can enter in Slowpoke, and then you can enter in 401 CP, and it will give you a kind of average of what it will turn into, and then a really extreme low and a really extreme high. And so it's going to be roughly in that median zone in the middle, which is really, really useful. So that helps you save those candies that unnecessarily you would waste on like the RNG factor. So enough of me rambling. Let's get into this and let me show you how this works. So I was down at the shops getting lunch and I thought I would scan around me using this PokeVision app to see what was around, and I found a Scyther, and I don't have a Scyther yet, so I was super interested and super excited to find this. So I marked its location on the map, saw where it was, and headed off to get it. So I drove my car to the place where it said the Scyther was, and there it is, right there, exactly where it said it was. So this app is confirmed that it definitely does work. Like I said, I don't know if it shows up all Pokemon, as far as Rattatas and Pidgeys and, all the basic ones. But it said there was a Scyther. There's the Scyther. Put the Raspberry down, 1 curveball, great throw, in the bag. Or in the ball, as I should say. So that was really good. I was happy with that, and proved that the app works. However, I didn't want to leave it on one example, so I thought I would try again and see what else I could find. And luckily, I found something else very, very nearby. And just down the road from where I was a Snorlax. What's the chances in that? Scyther and a Snorlax in such close proximity. Either way, I headed down to where it said it was, and there it is. Now, unfortunately, I didn't catch this. I threw 2 great balls with 2 raspberries at it, and it got away. But I thought I would just show you its CP. So there you go, PokeVision confirmed, it does work. So if you're ever in an area and you see a little tracker down in your bottom right hand corner and you see a Pokemon that you really particularly want, or you know you're heading out somewhere that night to a party, or you're just going for a walk or whatever, see what's nearby and how long it's gone to spawn, left to despawn, there you go, PokeVision. Pretty good tool. I think it's a bit cheaty, as I said, but it is there to use, I guess. Now, I've been calling it an app in this video. It's not actually an app, it's just a website. And so is PokeFind as well. So if you just go to pokevision.com, it should come up and then you'll see what I'm talking about and you can use it for yourself. Okay, so that's PokeVision out of the way. Highly recommend it, especially at the moment with the 3-step glitch. But after that, I'll probably stop using it unless I find something on my tracker that I just can't seem to find. Anyway, let's move on to PokeFind. Okay, so here we are with PokeFind. I'm also doing a screen cap on my phone, which is too bright, you can't see it. But either way, you'll see what I see on the screen. So I don't have that many Pokemon to evolve at the moment, which ties into the video that's coming out on my channel tomorrow, actually. Is all about evolving Pokemon under a Lucky Egg and getting as much XP in one hit as you can. So that ties on nicely to that. That's coming out tomorrow. So if you want to see that, stay tuned. However, I do have a level 132 Weedle and a 281 Rattata that I can evolve, I believe. Nope, can't do the Rattata. I need one more Rattata to be able to do that. That sucks. Pidgey? Pidgey should be fine. Okay, we can do the Pidgey. Alright, so as you see here, this is a Pidgey with 197 CP. So if we go to this PokeFind website, you'll see here, select your Pokemon, and we just go down to Pidgey. Done. And then we put in his value, which was 197. Done. Estimate. So the lowest he can get is 197. He doesn't gain any CP at all. The average is 378, and the highest he'll become is a 1430, which, you know, kind of disregard the minimum and the maximum. You're looking at that big green number, dark green number in the middle, 378. So if we go back to Pokemon Go, and I don't like usually evolve stuff if not under the influence of a Lucky Egg, like I was talking about in the video coming out tomorrow. But for this and science, I'm going to do it. So 197, and we're looking to get 378 or thereabouts. So let's see if it works. Do you want to evolve Pidgey? Yes. So it could be a little bit under, it could be a little bit over, depending on other hidden values and IVs and all the rest of it. If you don't know what IVs are, I can go into that in another video if you would like. Let's just see what he gets. And it is 379. And this said 378. So we got 1 CP over the estimated average. So that seems pretty accurate. Let's do the Weedle as well, because that could have just been a one-off fluke, right? We'll do another one. As for IVs, what I briefly mentioned there is each Pokemon has its own strength, defense, and stamina stats, anywhere from 0 to 15 for each one. So each Pokemon that you find, no, don't worry about that SMS. Each Pokemon that you find, so every Venonat you find will have the same like base stats, and then the CP will level it up, obviously. But it will also have either 0 to 15 on its attack, defense, and stamina. So the higher IV of that strength, defense, stamina, it's going to multiply into your CP, if that makes any sense. So if you have a Venonat with 0, 0, 0, it's going to be, you know, relatively weaker than a Venonat that might have like 10, 8, 12, for example. Anyway, that's kind of what IVs are about. It's hard to explain, but anyway. Let's do this Weedle. So we have a Weedle of 132. Let's see what he's estimated to be. So let's go to here. Let's go Weedle. And what was his? I've already forgotten what it was. 132. Okay. 132. Estimate. Okay, so it's estimated to go up to 154, which really isn't that much, but it's a Weedle, so what do you expect? So let's see if that's true. You know, I was saving up for a Beedrill, but there's Weedles around everywhere. Let's do it. Evolve, and see what we get. See how accurate this is. So the PG jumped up quite a bit, a few hundred. This is only going to jump like a few, well, like 20 or so. So this will be a good test to see how accurate it is. And we came up with a 144, okay. And this said 154. So it's not that far off, like 10 isn't that far off. So I think this is pretty accurate actually. It is an estimate. So it says down here at the bottom, this calculator is for rough estimates of your evolved Pokemon CP. It is not exact. So going by that, you can kind of get a rough estimate, exactly a rough estimate, on what your Pokemon is actually going to evolve into as far as CP. Now I've been holding on to, where is he? Slowbro. I thought we were going by CP. Slowpoke, sorry. I've been holding on to this 401 Slowpoke because I haven't found a higher Slowpoke. So let's quickly do that, and the Staryu as well, and see what they would evolve into. So 401 Slowpoke. Alright, estimate. 894. See, that's not really that great. I was hoping for, 1100 or something. So that's good to know. So I won't evolve him until he's, probably... But I won't evolve one unless I get one maybe like 550. Let's see what 550 gets us. Yeah, so that's much better. Okay. You know what? Let's leave the Staryu. I got an Omanyte, which I'm interested in. 436. I only have 11 candies, but I just want to see how much this will evolve with its CP because it's a rarer Pokemon. So I'm thinking because it's rarer, it might evolve more. So 436 Omanyte. Let's see. And this will be the last one we do. Alright. Omanyte. There he is. And I've already forgotten what his number was. 436. Okay. 436. Estimate. Holy shit! 1936. So that is a massive multiplier. So every Pokemon will have its own multiplier. Whether it be like 2, 2.5, 3. In this case, it's more like 4.5 maybe. So definitely recommend this tool for getting a rough guide of what your CP evolutions will be, so you don't waste your candies on lesser Pokemon. Anyway, there you go. There is Pokevision and Pokefind. I hope you found, pun intended, them useful. And yeah, as I said, share them around with everyone and get the word out there, because I think they're both really, really useful websites to have in your arsenal as a Pokemon Go trainer. Anyway, that's it from me. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.